Jai Gurudev students. Today I am going to start session 2, that is networking fundamentals. Before explaining this topic, just understand what is networking. In your previous classes you all have gone through this topic, networking. In your daily life you also have seen a number of networking examples, just like the network of your roads, network of ATMs, network of railways, etc. A lot of examples are there. So now let us start. What is networking fundamentals? A computer network is a collection of computers and other hardware components interconnected by communication channels. What are the communication channels over here? Just like cables, satellites through which we are or the computers are able to connect each other or able to communicate with each other. That allows sharing of resources and information. Which type of resources? Just like your printers, scanners or other peripheral devices. This session introduces you to the basic fundamental concepts of networking and internet and using different types of internet connections. Students, now this question arises that how networks form. So here it is mentioned that networks are designed by using these following architectures. Some architectures are here through which networks are going to be formed. First one is peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer, it is also known as P2P architecture. In this, all the networks in which all the computers have an equal status are called peer-to-peer network. For example, suppose this is your node 1, this is node 2, and so on. In this series, a number of computers are connected. So computer number 1, 2, 3, they all have equal competent, means they all have equal authority or equal status. They all are able to share all the things equally. Just like if one wants to share with 3, definitely the 3 also wants able to share with 1. Now next is client server architecture. Another is client server architecture. What is client server architecture? Have you ever heard this term client and server? Definitely students, by its name it is mentioned that there is a server and a number of clients are there. Suppose this is computer number 1, 2, 3 and so on. A number of computers, they all will send request for the same data. To whom they will send the request? Definitely some network must be there. That is your internet. To internet, client 1, client 2, client C, means computer 1, 2 and 3, they all have sent one request through internet to the host. Who will be host? That is your server. Here server act as a host. Whatever the information client 1, 2, 3 and a number of computers will ask through the network, the server will explore what the server will do, it will explore about the information and it will again return through the internet to the clients. See students, this is bidirectional. It shows that once they will request to the server and server return the request or fulfill the request through internet and it will received by the clients. Understand? Now here it is mentioned types of networks. In your previous classes you all must listen about types of networks. How many types you have learned, beta? LAN, MAN, WAN and last one is PAN. Almost 4 types, right? But here mainly 2 types of networks are used. Those 2 types are mentioned. Local area network LAN. Have you seen your computer lab? Students, your computer lab is connected, each and every computer is connected with the LAN technology, that is local area network. It is having a limited range, means you are not able to connect one city to another or one country to another. It means it is only for building or particular school or office building or any like smaller area, right? Usually local area networks offer very high speed and are used for connecting computers and peripherals such as printers, scanners, etc. Another is wide area network. A wide area network WAN is one which covers a broad area. Broad means having a vast area, that is any network that links across metropolitan, regional or national boundaries. The internet is the most popular WAN and is used by businesses, government, non-profit organizations, individual customers or consumers, artists, entertainers and many others. Nowadays what we are doing, we are communicating means having online classes, and the role plays in between you and me means us is your internet, that is wide area network. Got it, students? Next is internet. Internet term, I hope this is very familiar for you all. Internet is a global system for interconnected computers, networks that use the standard internet protocol. Student, one term is mentioned over here, protocol. In my classes I used to explain this term each and every time because this is very important. What is a protocol? It is a set of rules, and here it is mentioned internet protocol. It means the rules those or by following which we are able to use internet properly. It is used to serve billions of users worldwide. It is a network of networks that consist of millions of private, public, academic, business and government network. Students, here it is mentioned it is network of network. I used to give the example for internet in for just like our school Maharishi Vidya Mandir. If you are going to separate each term, means each classes one individual class is a small network. Very small networks are there. Whenever you all will gather together, means all the classes will collect in the ground or in the morning assembly, then the huge network, formation of huge network will be there. So that whole network, when small network connected with each other, then that will form a huge network that is known as internet. Got it? Next is World Wide Web. What is World Wide Web? It is abbreviated as WWW. Did you know, students, who has found WWW? Tim Berners-Lee. Sir Tim Berners-Lee has founded it. The word WWW or World Wide Web is a system of interlinked hypertext document accessed via internet. Students, hypertext document is mentioned over here. So you must know what is the meaning of hypertext, or for which we are using hypertext term. So any simple text by clicking on which we are able to move to any other page, that text is treated as hypertext. Got it? With a web browser, one can view web pages that may contain text, images, videos and other multimedia and navigate between them via hyperlinks. Did you know the example of web page? Web page, you all know, any page through you have learned in your previous classes HTML. Through HTML, the pages which you are going to create, those all are known as web pages. Some of the advantages associated with networking are as follows. First is data sharing. One of the most important use of networking is to allow the sharing of data. What do you mean by sharing, students? Suppose you have kept your notebook and another student that who is not able to come to the school for taking that notes, then how you are able to share the data? So it is with the help of networking. This is possible with the help of networking. You are easily able to share the data by using any network. Users can send text files, spreadsheets, documents, presentations, audio files, video files, etc. to each or other users. Next is hardware sharing. Have you seen in your computer lab two printers are there? Students, two printers are there. We have a number of computers, but all the computers are connected with LAN technology. Then if you are going to give any command from computer number 1, then also it will print. If you have given any command from computer number 10, then also the printer will accept the command, and it will keep the commands in a queue, or in a queue it will print according to the order, right? Next is internet access sharing. You can purchase a single internet connection and share it among other computers in a network instead of purchasing multiple internet connections for each computer. Students, this is very good example. Internet access sharing is very good, important for us. We have taken only single accessing, and we have to pay for once only. But if we will take internet connectivity for each and every computer, then it will cost a lot. This is very commonly found in internet cafe, in our school also, or colleges or companies, etc. Uses of network based applications such as web browsers, email clients, chat applications, audio, video calling, etc. is another advantage. Nowadays we are connected through the Google Meet. We used to connect by using Google Meet app for live classes. This is also with the help of your internet. Clear, students? Now, getting access to the internet. The question arises, how you are going to access internet. To use the internet, you need an internet connection. First of all, it is very much essential. You must have a connection. Internet connections are provided by internet services. Internet service providers, ISP. Underline this term, students, and write down also. Full form of ISP is internet service providers, such as Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is your BSNL, Airtel, MTS, Vodafone, Tata, Docomo, and so on. A number of companies used to provide internet facility. Next is the internet service provider. An internet service provider, or ISP, is an organization which provides you with access to the internet via a dial-up using modem or direct hardwired or wireless connection. Choosing connectivity depends on the availability of a particular technology. Means which type of technology you have chosen. This is also depend on which type of service provider you are going to adopt. Speed and connection types of areas. Usually small and medium business users, home users use connectivity types such as DSL, cable modem, dial-up, broadband wireless, WiMAX or 3G. Medium to large business users or customers with more demanding requirements may use high speed connectivity such as DSL, high speed. It provides very high speed, and ISDN, etc. Now next term is modem. What is a modem? A modem is a device that converts digital computer signals into the form of analog signals that can travel over phone lines. It is also reconverts the analog signal back into digital signals. The word modem is derived from function modulator and demodulator. Students, this is also known as modem is made up of two terms, modulator and demodulator. Means it will convert the digital signal into analog as well as analog into digital also. Clear?